This is Jay on LA, and once again we have a great motion by outgoing Councilman Mike Bonin, Council File 220158, that was filed on February 9th and is to be heard this week, is my understanding. What this file does is it basically overrides all zoning and planning codes and allows homeless shelters to be built anywhere by right. No hearings, no mitigations, nothing. Just build shelters, including in R1 areas. This would also legitimize and formalize the one in Venice that people are up in arms about. So while Mike seems to think that the best way to get us out of the homeless issue is to build shelters, and I don't disagree that we need beds, let's be clear, but what we need is more affordable housing, no question about it, and with that housing must come services. Now, if you remember, all these geniuses promised all that under HHH, which I was a writer on the ballot against HHH because the numbers didn't add up. Well, here we are 5 years later and 1,400 units built, and it doesn't add up, and we were right, and they were, as usual, a bunch of bureaucrats spending our money wantonly without any regard for what really would work. So if you are in any of our neighborhoods, you own property, rent property, have commercial property, I warn you that 220158 is dangerous, and that Councilman Bonin is in fact doing dangerous things on his way out that will affect the quality of life and affect the neighborhoods you live in forever. Write to your council people. There are a couple of council people who signed on to this. So, of course, as you know, this year all of the odd council districts are up for re-election, and this may be a good time to evaluate who's running as an incumbent and who should be thrown out. Also, which one of our elected officials in the odd districts are looking for other office or higher office, and certainly we should reevaluate what they do too. Ultimately, we have a mayor's race. First time in a while we're not having an incumbent, and we have council races. We have to look very hard at what these people are doing to us, not for us, and how they all believe they're doing the right thing independently to fix homelessness, when in fact it just gets worse and worse and worse. They are all failures. Let's be clear. They are all failures, and everything they've done is a failure. And the one thing they have failed to do is have a unified front with the county and a unified way of going and tackling all of the problems that create homelessness, including but not limited to housing, drug abuse, substance abuse, mental illness, PTSD, and all of these things is one check behind, job trainings for people. We need a bigger plan, and hopefully one of our mayoral candidates and whoever's going to take Bonin's place will realize that there are better ways to do these things than just impact the whole rest of the city and destroy the economy of our city. This is Jay on LA. Listen up, folks. It's only going to get worse.